Okay. This is just me working on my concept project that I'm going to show off at a Lightbox. Okay, so basically this is Dr. Frankenstein. I am essentially working with I'm essentially working with the Frankenstein mythos to create a character design portfolio. So far, Friday I have sorry, that was yesterday I dropped off my sister again. Essentially now I've been alone. I'm now trapped with the, I don't know. So far I've kind of like been, my mind has been elsewhere. I think it's mostly been stuck with the realization of the ignored observation that I'm getting older, and so are my parents. And it led me down an existential rabbit hole that I'm now trying to avoid doing this. And so far, it's kind of working. No one's listening in, so it's great. Oh, okay, Madara Sabi. Yo, love the music. Why, thank you, Madara Sabi. Madara, you a Naruto fan? Did you listen to any of the stuff that came before that? If that's the case, then I am sorry about that. That was meant for a therapist. That was meant for a professional or a priest or anyone in between with actual experience with people. But so Madara Sabi, how's it going, man? Yes, I am, like Naruto. Yeah, believe it. No, Naruto. I'm more of a Rock Lee kind of guy myself. I like his story of hard work and perseverance. Quite frankly, I think Naruto's like a nepo baby in my opinion. But then again, that's neither here nor there. Ooh, Chainsaw Man and Berserk. Oh my god, those two, my favorites. Honestly, I think I like Chainsaw Man more than like any other anime out there. Quite frankly. And Berserk, dude. I feel like Chainsaw Man is like, I think it's like Naruto. When I was a kid, I could get into Naruto because on some level I could relate, because you know it's like we're both young, we're both like loners, we're both trying to prove ourselves in a world that really just couldn't give two craps. And then like now it's like, you know, now I feel more like Denji, where it's like we're both like, you know, we're both very lost, and we both don't know what to do with our lives, and we're both essentially just like both, you know, just like not victims, or just slaves to our ego and id, you know, where it's like, oh, Madara is your favorite character. All right. He does have a lot of he does have a lot of aura, as the kids say. I wouldn't know. I'm 25, so. He's got that aura. He's got that aura. I sound 18? Yeah, well, I look 25. I don't know. I mean, I kind of get, like, when it comes to, like, you know, on like, how I look, people say, like, you know, it's like, when I shave, people say, like, you shaved, like, years off your face. But, you know, it's like, when I approach that to, like, people, you know, who are around, like, the 18 age group, they're like, nah, bro, you look 25. So I don't know. But so far, you know, I am 25. I'm 5 years away from being 30. You know, it's kind of frustrating when people, like, when you tell, like, younger kids your age, because they're like, wow, you're unk. It's like, motherfucker, no, I'm not unk. No, it's like, god damn it, I'm not old yet. Give me some time, all right? When I'm like, I don't know, 45 with 2 kids, then I will happily accept that title. Okay? Yes. When I'm 45 and I have 2 kids that are dependent on me, then yes, I am unk. But God, you know, it's like 25 is old. No, I refuse to believe that. God damn it. I refuse to believe that 25 is old. So what do I like about Berserk? Well, what I like about Berserk is, well, first off, the art. Kentaro Miura, may God rest his soul, is an amazing artist and an amazing storyteller. And essentially, you know, it's like he put, like, you can tell through the kind of like through like every drawing that he makes, and like the like it, from the characters to the backgrounds, that essentially he meticulously planned this out. I'm not sure he meticulously planned this out. He knew what he was doing. 25 is not old. Thank you. I needed that today. I think like the rendering, like the line work, like everything, just everything that was put into that manga is nothing short of inspirational, and the story of Berserk is like it's very, I don't know how to describe it, but it's really well done. It's really hard. It's like the 45 maybe. Yes, 45 is Unk. 45 is Unk. It's definitely Unk. Cause like you're like what, 5 years away from 50? Come on. Anyway, yeah, no, it's his art is on that on Berserk is nothing short of, say, just it's really, no, the writing is not, it's like it's really well done, like the character conflicts, the, you know, the musings about life and destiny, you know, the betrayal, the eclipse, like the build up towards the eclipse is nothing short of just masterful work. I mean, I can go on and on about Berserk. I do have some favorite parts. I think my favorite part had to be, I think, was it the Golden Age arc? I think it had to be afterwards. The Tower of Conviction. That, in my opinion, was super badass. Wait, no. What's cooler? Oh yeah, the fight that, you know, that Guts had with Boomba. Like, there's so many cool moments that I there's so many cool moments that I just can't get over. I think my favorite parts of Berserk were like the parts that were still done like traditionally. Nothing wrong with digital. I'm using digital right now, but you know, it's like traditional. It hits different. Where it's like, god damn, you know. Lost Children arc. Oh, dude, yeah, that's an amazing arc. That's an amazing arc. The story of essentially, like, you know, of the butterfly, like, apostle is nothing short of tragic. Essentially, how it's like her father wouldn't stop abusing her physically, and her mom, because essentially he knew that she wasn't exactly her daughter, wasn't exactly his daughter by blood, because she was the product of like a sexual assault by a soldier. It's sad. And she decided to essentially, like, you know, it's like, and it was so bad that the life in the village was so bad, she decided to basically sacrifice her parents. I don't know, it's like, what can I say? also just growing up with DC and Marvel. I think being the Batman animated series. I also love Last Room comic. I'm not the you're not a TMNT guy. Yeah, I think I grew up with that too. Oh, okay, you like me. I'm just not a super fan. Yeah, no, I think I started off being a super fan. My favorite I really loved the Batman books when I was in middle school. I think the Dark Knight Rises. I was a huge fan of those. I think I got that. I got the Dark Knight Rises or Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller when I was 13, and when I got that book, I just couldn't keep my eyes off it. Like the fight scene alone with the mutant leader was just so like well done, and there was like motion in the fight scene, and there was like blood. Like it was really good, well paced. It was like well written, and I think for Spider-Man, I think for Spider-Man, I was like, The Dark Knight Returns, masterpiece, of course. Of course, major masterpiece. And I think what are some? Oh yeah, also I got like The Long Halloween by Tim Sale, Jeff Loeb, Batman Year One, David Mazzucchelli. Like just a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. I think for Marvel, I don't know. I didn't get a lot of Marvel masterpieces when I was a kid. Although I was exposed to a lot of decent artists out there. I think for Spider-Man, like I got Big Time, and I loved the work of Humberto Ramos. Yeah, of course, Batman, Kevin Conroy, classic. I love the work of Humberto Ramos. And like David Madeira, like a lot of classics. A lot of classics. So, I've seen you on like Ryan's Discord. You want to be a storyteller. Do you have any like ideas or like what would you like to make? Damn. Yeah, that sucked. Of course. Of course. It sucks. Because in the end, like, I think the worst part about with Jason Frank is that he obviously like had life wise he had like a long way to go, And it's like, yeah, he had like things are that, and according to what I heard, things were going okay. But then like he had an argument with his wife, and then he punched his own ticket, and that is. And I think the greatest tragedy is that he had it's like, I don't know, he had a family who loved him and people who were very much influenced by his works, much like yourself. And the fact that, it's like he's not around to do more of that, it's just sad. It's a tragedy. But okay, so what would you like to make? Oh, you're happy about that, but not in text. Oh, okay, fair enough. I keep on forgetting that concept art doesn't have to be rendered. I don't know, maybe it's because I like illustrating it so much. Yeah, of course. What are your favorite moments with the Green Ranger? Like, I knew he started off as a bad guy. I think my favorite moment with the Green Ranger was when he essentially kind of jumped Megazord, jumped the entire the Ranger group, the Ranger team, while they were in the Megazord with Goldar and whoever else. That was pretty cool. If you were in a Discord call with or YouTube Ryan and Gross Girl, you would certainly yap about it for probably 5 minutes straight, not gonna lie. Okay. I mean, okay, so if you're gonna pitch a story, there's something called a log line. Okay? I've learned this from various screenwriter books, where essentially create a line or a sentence, and that essentially just that illustrates the story, the entire story. Oh, you would love to draw the then do it. What's stopping you, man? All you have to do is essentially I'll draw an example right now. Alright, so all you have to do is basically just he looks like Keanu Reeves a little bit. Anyway, all you have to do is basically like have a character, like say how about what's a cool story? What's a cool story? Okay, how about this? Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Okay, so you name the character, like basically a burnout in his mid-20s. You know, Scott Pilgrim. That's the character. You know that's a burnout in his mid-20s. Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim. That's the first part of the logline. Essentially, does B, aka the he figures out the obstacle. He destroys the obstacle. No, not destroys. He attempts to go over an obstacle. A burnout Scott Pilgrim, a burnout bass player in his mid-20s, Scott Pilgrim, fights 7 evil exes. That's the obstacle. To date C, Ramona Flowers. That's a basic logline. Like you don't need 5 minutes to essentially like tell people your ideas. Just make a logline. Like search. Okay. That sounds really cool. You can do a lot of things with cyberpunk. You know, a lot of cool cyberpunk stories. Blade Runner. I think Neuromancer. Cyberpunk 2077. A lot of cool stuff. Pantheon. Go for it, man. Go for it. I think, okay. Okay. I mean, I don't know, like, it's like everything in the kitchen sink right now. It's like, Batman, Punisher, okay. Ghost in the Shell, Akira, then Berserk. Oh, since you're from the hellscape of known as the United Kingdom, you thought of calling your cyberpunks adding Neo Britannia? Okay. Hey, you might be from the old UK, but hey, at least it's not bad as the US. Jesus Christ. At least you get free healthcare. But then again, beans on toast sucks pretty bad. So I say. Okay, so I think I don't like this hairstyle. I also don't like the suits. By the way, you have a Reddit account where I post my art, but I probably don't do much anymore. Okay. Post it. Put the link to your Reddit account here. I'd like to see it. Give me a sec. Crest. I haven't finished the first concept. That's sad. I'll get to it. Come on. Okay. I'm gonna put a chat in here. The words are like and subscribe. I know this sounds like a bit, a bit gross, but I have to, All right. Also, I'm gonna look up that. Okay, just gonna copy, highlight that, copy, paste, Reddit. Okay, I see it. Hmm. Okay, you're six. Okay, you're 16 years old. Wow. You've done both? Why, thank you. That means a lot to me. That means a whole lot. You know what, Madra, sorry about this, but I'm gonna have to greet my parents, my mom. So I'll be right back. Be right back. Alright, what it do? What it do? Sorry about being gone. My sister is back from Yale so soon. She's back from Yale. Rejoice. Alright, apparently she's here for a doctor's appointment. Which is nice. It's good for her. Get that health up. Because before the age of 25, she's before the age of 26. And when that happens, she is no longer on the healthcare plan anymore for families. One of the many benefits of living in America. The ultra wealthy in your country refuse to pay taxes, or live like you live in such a wealthy country, yet they refuse to give out any form of free healthcare. So yeah, America. So cool. So amazing. Land of the free, home of the brave. I don't know about this head. He's too handsome. He's too handsome. I don't know about this one. Then again, I don't know. Maybe that's kind of like what happens when I use Mr. Darcy as reference. Oh, okay. This October, I'm home. Okay, this October you're meeting Hayden Christensen at convention, and it'd be a nice way to celebrate my 10th anniversary Star Wars fan, and I'm planning on cosplaying as Andor. It can also be a dream come true if I look to Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader, since I'm a current kid, but you need a lot of money. Yep, that be the rub. That be the rub. That'll do it. Money. Yeah. Money. We all need money. How do I get money? hope I'm able to maintain Christian and I never admitted. In regards to Kevin Conroy, Jason David Frank, Heath Ledger, and James Earl Jones. I don't know how we able to meet Peter Collin or Frank Welker. Frank. Oh, you have the same birthday as Megatron. That's nice. Nice. Let me check my celebrity birthdays. Well, I was born on the same year as Amanda Seyfried. Yeah. How about, wait. Yeah, no, I was also born the same year as Ozzy Osbourne. That's wild. And Tiffany Haddish. And Julianne Moore. And I'm not even going to pronounce that name. Ooh, Brendan Fraser. I was born the same year as Brendan Fraser. Can you believe that? I can't. I was born the same day. I have the same birthday as George of the Jungle. See, that's a flex right there. You may have the same birthday as Megatron, but I have the same birthday as George of the Jungle. So, who's really the coolest? It's Megatron, I'm sorry. Yeah, this version of Frankenstein may be too handsome. Too handsome. Dr. Frankenstein is too handsome. But then again, he is played by Oscar Isaac. And chicks really go crazy over Oscar Isaac. So, maybe it shouldn't be a problem. Oscar Isaac, Pedro Pascal. Man, they're all getting good jobs. They're getting good roles, man. So handsome. Why is he so handsome? That actually is a flex. I love that movie as a kid. Me too. Me too. George of the Jungle swings from tree to tree. Oh, watch out for that tree. Yeah. Man, that was my shit. That was my Shit. December 3rd. What a strange word. My birthday. December 3rd. You're gonna drop Batman Beyond tomorrow? Alright. Bitch. Love to see that actually. Dude. Your Warhammer, I don't know. I think you're I like your Green Ranger. I feel like the Warhammer stuff kinda needs work. I feel like if you want to be an artist, if you want to be a storyteller, I feel like you don't really need to be an artist to be a storyteller. But if you still want to be an artist, then I think that I think learning like figure drawing is very crucial, because there are a lot of like things that are like, I don't know. Granted, you don't need to be like, you don't need to be like technically skilled. You don't need like technical skill isn't everything, because essentially it's like, I feel like Seth MacFarlane with like Family Guy or The Simpsons, like basically their characters, there's no complexity to them at all. They're basically simple shapes. Like Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is like, Mickey Mouse is 3 circles. Matter of fact, I can like draw Mickey Mouse right now. Like, boom, bada bop, boom, pow. Mickey Mouse right there, boom. And I understand you were practicing quick sketch, but I feel like, still, it's like, as an art, if you want to be a comic book artist, if you want to be any artist whatsoever, I suggest you essentially, like, make some figure painting. Not figure painting, figure drawing. I feel like drawing is like the biggest foundation that needs to be hammered out when it comes to art. And honestly, the fact that you're doing it, like it's not bad. It could be better though. It could be way better. And this is not me dunking on you as an artist. I think you're I've seen some of your work, and it's not bad. But I feel like if you keep on doing it, like your Spider-Man, your Secret War Spider-Man is actually pretty good. But like if you keep on doing it and doing it and doing it, I feel like you could be really good. Like, and one thing you could do is like, who are your favorite artists? Because like I can showcase like some pretty like decent artists for you to like like right now also but I'm needing to make some Warhammer art for my local club. I need to make some more advertisement art. I mean, okay. And no problem with that. Make some more Hammer advertisement art. But after that, I suggest you there's this book called it's a classic book. The men behind this book have long passed. but in the end, it is still a good start. How to draw comics the Marvel way. I got this book when I was like, I think 9, but I didn't use it until I was like 11. I was too busy drawing Sonic. But when I came back to this book, it was honestly a huge help. Like my skills, like I feel like they weren't professional level at all yet. Okay, Fujimoto, Kentaro Miura. Oh, you have the book? Oh, they keep going. Keep practicing. And I feel like you should definitely do some figure drawing. Definitely. I think there's a website called QuickPose. QuickPose, that could help you. I use when I think I need to. I feel like you shouldn't just use that when you think you need to. That's the thing. I feel like if you want to like make a living at this, that means that you're gonna have to basically refine your skills over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Like essentially, like I remember in high school, I would essentially like wake up like at like 5 a.m. in the morning, not because I had to, but because I wanted to, because that gave me more time to paint and draw, you know? And even then, you know, I'd still get to high school early, and I'd go upstairs to my art teacher's room, and I'd keep on drawing. And I'd constantly be studying, like, you know, artists that I look up to, you know?
Some things are hard to commit to, like learning how to surf.
Hey, no problem.
Or saving for a family vacation.
This is the ad.
But one commitment that...
Sorry about that. Hate ads. No problem, man. No problem. And you gotta pay it forward. You know, it's like, you know, when you're being an artist, as corny as it sounds, and it sounds fucking corny to say this, but being an artist is a journey, and it's something that, you know, that you have to contend with as a person. If it's like and it's something that, you know, that requires a lot of discipline and a lot of time and, you know, a lot of like dedication. Like if Dave Raposa would tell you, like he would spend like a lot of time inside, basically just studying or making portfolio pieces. You know, he'd constantly just be like, you know, working to basically refine his craft. And you know, that's something like, and to do that, that's something that you're gonna have to do. And I think, I don't know, I feel old when I'm saying this, but fuck it. When I was kind of younger, when I was like 13 to 16, I think the one benefit that I did have was that I had like essentially just like the internet and Google to help me out with stuff. Like if I wanted to see like artists that I look up to, I would immediately just like, you know, type in a name, Google Images, and then I would essentially like look at all the stuff that they've made and I ape it, and I like, you know, I try to implement it in my style. And then over time, you know, I would I'd also be putting in environments that would essentially like that would help foster my growth. I'm not sure if I think I had like an advantage then when it came to that, but I think, you know, Dave Raposa didn't exactly have that, so I feel like that doesn't exactly matter. Like, you could totally you could absolutely like get better, but it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some dedication. It's gonna take a lot of focus. And you seem like you're dead set on this thing. So, yeah, no. Just keep on going. Just dedicate more time, more discipline. What do you think of my character design, the Lego dude? Okay, I'm going to be honest about myself. I don't think I'm good enough to be a comic book artist yet. I'm trying to learn every day. I try to whenever my concentration doesn't. Okay, so I think we have the same problem then, where you don't think you're good enough. I feel like that's gonna hold you back in the future. Because essentially, it's like you don't exactly need to be good enough, like as a comic book artist. You know, I feel like, granted, technical skill does help out a lot, but people don't exactly let that stop them. For example, One Punch Man. Do you know One Punch Man, Madara? One Punch Man, like if you read the manga, like you know that the artist Yusuke Murata, he's his work is amazing. But if you could have any access to like the original webcomic of One Punch Man that's just drawn by one, like, matter of fact, I'll show you right now. One Punch Man web comic. I'll show you. It's in the background. Alright. All of this right here, oh, okay. It's not you think that your art is crap, so they just think that your art isn't ready to be working in comics, and it's especially difficult to me to express your storytelling. Well, that's where just doing it comes in. If you think that your art is hold on. Where's Photoshop? Technical difficulties. This is embarrassing. Boy. Cancel. Oh. Where's Photoshop? files. Nothing bad on there. Okay, there we go. We're back. Let's just do it. Ain't nothing to it. Ain't nothing to it. Just do it. Do it, man. Just do it, man. Okay, you know what? Done. Well, this is a pickle. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Alright. Well, not just, it's not really like a leap of faith. It's just, you know, it's trial and error. You know? It's more like trial and error. Like, if you don't think your storytelling's good enough, then essentially just like just make a comic. You know, make a comic. Try to, like, you know, tell a story with that comic. And essentially, you have a Discord. You have connections to people who, like, are into the same thing that you are, who want to do the same things that you can do. Get feedback, you know? Get as much feedback as you can. You know? Like Ryan Gutierrez. Dude's a full-blown comic book artist. You have access to him. Yeah, struggling like in Berserk or Dark Souls. You're a struggler. But you won't struggle alone. You're in a Discord or chat room full of strugglers. And together, you can struggle less. So yeah, no, just do it. There's this guy, other guy in the Discord. His name is Broken Blade, and he's doing it. He's making his own comic book, and he's put it in the Discord, and people are, like, you know, giving him feedback, and he will use that feedback to in turn become a better artist. You know? I'm not sure where his actual stuff is, but he posts it up. And it's not that bad. I see some improvement. Posted some sequential somewhere in here. But other than that, you know, yeah, no, just do it. Oh no, I found it. It's in the Discord. You're gonna have to look in finished pieces. It's deep in July, but not be afraid. Be not afraid to, you know, do it. You know, do it. Like the Emperor would say, do it. Or like Shia LaBeouf. Do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Or Rorschach when Dr. Manhattan threatened to atomize him. And he was like, do it! And he did. Just do it. Do it, man. Be like Tiger Woods. He's like, well, I can't, you know, betray my wife with that chili waitress. And his ego was like, and his ego and his second head was like, yes, you can, do it. And he did it. And he destroyed his family. Yeah, whatever you want. If you want to get better at, want to do digital, do digital. If you want to do traditional, do traditional. No one's judging your journey. No one's yucking your yum. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go and finish this Dr. Frankenstein version 1 with the wider head. To procreate. Actually, kind of like, you know, getting used to Procreate a little bit. It's not that bad. I think this, there could be more. Because right now I have like, I think this is the monster, right? I think I'm good at storytelling when it comes to artist-established universes, late for, say, Halo or Star Wars or Batman mythology, but if it's something originally created by me, then that's where you struggle. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I feel like, one thing you could do, when it comes to storytelling, like, you can't go wrong with Joseph Campbell's The Hero Story. The hero story is essentially this, like, you know, overarching circle that essentially, like, you know, it starts off with the hero in his comfort zone, then he wants something, and then basically he kind of like debates with himself. It's like, whether should I do it? Should I go and do this? I'm not sure if I can do this. And then essentially, you know, he makes the big decision to essentially go for it. And then, of course, you know, he deals with like some threshold challenges. And then essentially he kind of like, you know, at some point he's going to have to make a major sacrifice to, you know, get that thing that he wants. and then he basically accomplishes it, but he comes back forever changed. Like, you can't go wrong with that. You cannot go wrong with the hero's journey, because that's like one of the more like one of the more like prominent story structures that's ever used. It's in like it's in almost like every like story, really. Like for example, like Spider-Verse starts off with Miles Morales in his comfort zone. Basically, he's this Afro-Latino kid in Brooklyn. He is like he's getting started off in like Brooklyn Visions Academy. He feels like, you know, he doesn't exactly belong in that school. And then, you know, over time, you know, I think he starts hit. He starts to hang out with his uncle because he doesn't exactly feel like he belongs in that school. And then, you know, on a night out with his uncle, okay, you can do that. I'm sorry about the response. I'm not a big Halo guy. I can play the game, but when it comes to the lore, I'm not exactly all that, you know. I'm not exactly streets ahead, you know. I'm not exactly streets ahead when it comes to the, you know, Halo lore. Sorry to tell you, but I do have fond memories of killing people on Halo. On like Halo 3. That was fun. Killing aliens. Flirting with my AI girlfriend. You're quite a lore guy? Nice. And so far, yeah, I think, yeah, so far when it comes to like, you know, lore, I'm more into like comic book lore or Warhammer lore. But even then I haven't exactly kind of like, you know, I haven't caught up with that. I only know the Horus Heresy. And that's it. Oh, okay. That's cool. Didn't know Halo had books. Then again, Warhammer has books, so you know, it is a. Okay.
When too much work bogs you down, Asana helps you handle it. AI makes it.
God, dude. I hate these ads, especially the AI-based ads. It's like, motherfucker, like, isn't AI supposed to help us, like, I don't know, like, solve cancer or some shit? Why is it help? No. Get your dumb AI business out of my face, dude. Trying to find. Okay. Hey man, no problem. By the way, it's no problem, man. Really, like I think, honestly, Ryan, Dave, Dan, Gross Girl, they probably would tell you the same thing. Hey, you're gonna go to sleep? Like, what time is it in England? those who are there, maybe watching or not watching. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get some food.
Imagine being
Something like that. with the stream. It's carried out its purpose. And so, I might just end it here. Alright. I'll do another one in maybe a couple hours. Until then,